This is Nandina domestica, heavenly bamboo or sacred bamboo. And this is kind of the mother plant of a number of well-known varieties of Nandina, such as compacta, Gulfstream, or Firepower. And this is the largest of the group that I'm aware of. These get 6 to 8 feet tall. Generally, you see them 4 to 5 feet tall, but as you saw in that previous grouping, they can get quite large and also spread out. One of the negatives to this plant is it will sucker, and the more you constrain it, a lot of times you'll find that you'll find little suckers showing up nearby, and it colonizes. So that's one of the downsides. You see these red berries on there. They flower. You'll see in just a moment the flowers occur in spring, and then they become this berry that so you see the little white flower cluster here, and those will become the berries for next year's crop. So what's nice about that is it does give you that additional color, especially during the winter. And you're seeing this around May 1st, so you're seeing some new growth, you're seeing flowers, and you're still seeing some of the fruit from last year. So um, it's got a lot of interest. I think the main reason you use this plant is the very distinctive foliage texture. I don't know if it's even considered a true bamboo, but the foliage is what makes it so distinctive. So you have vertical branches that do not horizontally branch out, so the leaflet is what gives it its width. So and then you see here this one on the left, some of the branches are leaning. So generally these are about 3 to 4 feet wide, maybe a little wider, before they start colonizing. And then again, 6 to 8 feet tall is very common also, although you can keep them shorter. If you want to avoid this woody look at the base, I'd say every year take about a third of the older branches and cut them near the base, and you'll have new shoots appear at the bottom, and that'll keep the plant fuller all the way up. If I'm using these in a grouping, I would be spacing them probably 3 feet apart, center to center. And as a design element, I'm not a big user of this one. I tend to use things that have a little more control. I don't like the maintenance issue where they're going to sucker, and I also don't really care for how these get woody at the base. I would use Nandina compacta myself. It's going to be 4 to 6 feet tall, which is usually plenty for what I'm doing, and they are full all the way from the ground up, so I prefer that one. But this one certainly has its place and has been around for decades. I just think that because of the way the plant world has evolved, this one has better alternatives in the plant design world, and I'd probably opt for some of those others. Still get the nice character of the leaves and the berries, but a little more controlled look to the plant if you were using one of the others. That's and hardiness. This is hardy to around 0 degrees Fahrenheit, but it gets damaged pretty badly under 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Otherwise, it's evergreen. And also can take a lot of heat. We have these in full sun, gets over 100 degrees where I am with low humidity, and takes that just fine. Fairly drought tolerant, actually. It's a very durable plant and has a root system that can live around tree roots and such. So it's pretty flexible, and also the deer usually leave this alone too. That's what I can tell you about Nandina domestica, heavenly bamboo or sacred bamboo. Enjoy.